Good morning, all of you. Good morning, all of you. So today we are going to take about the situation where the charge particle, even in the presence of magnetic field, electric field, and also the weight or viscous drag or the friction and the action of all these forces, how the motion of charge particle will be. Yesterday, what we confined only magnetic field. Now, other types of forces will introduce and how the charge particle will move. I think you have to pick up a numericals related to various forces. What are various forces? Already you have seen one force is what? QVB. Next, if electrostatic force acts together, these two, friction, viscous drag, the weight. And sometimes they bring even spring force also, something like it. And the direction of all these forces, how the particle, so you may get numerical only magnetic force or both magnetic electric field, then any three or any four. You must analyze the condition. But whatever the situation, how F bar magnetic force will be. Magnetic force will act perpendicular to velocity and work done by it must be zero. The overall basic conclusion is what you should have that one. It can accelerate charge particle, but work done by it must be zero. Okay, let's take note today. The helical path one. So I'm going to project a charge particle with a velocity, say v. Let it make an angle theta. And how is the b bar? B bar is directed horizontally. B bar equal to B naught I cap. It's a uniform magnetic field. It's directed along x-axis here. So how that we'll take this one. So there's a direction of so there's a uniform magnetic field. So I'm going to project a charge particle. Let it be with a speed. How the motion of that? So we'll resolve this into two parts: v cos theta, v sin theta. So due to component of v cos theta, there's a b bar, and this will be b that one. So now due to v sin theta, it's going to describe a circular motion. So whenever you get a numericals of this kind, just take help of the condition that one. So here, what is this? There's a x-axis, no? And there's a y-axis. So whenever that helical path comes, so break up the problem. It's a three-dimensional. And the particle is going to move in a three-dimensional motion. It's going to move like this. Spiral, or you can say better, helical path, that one. So whenever you get a numerical of this kind, so what you do is convert this into plane. So in xy plane, how the particle will be. So you take this is y-axis. Let this be z-axis. So this will be y. This will be minus y. This will be z. This will be minus z. So where the particle, it's having a component of how much? V sine theta. And look at the direction of magnetic field. B bar is along x-axis, no? In what direction the x-axis will come here? This will be minus z. This will be plus z. In what direction the x-axis should be out of the plane? I'm going to rotate this coordinate system about x-axis through 90 degrees. So here x-axis will come out of the plane. X-axis out of the plane means how the B bar should be. B bar will be out of the plane. You have to change what is this dot circle. The B bar will be out of the plane. And now come for Fleming's left hand rule. So how is the velocity v sine theta? V sine theta is like this and B is like this. So put like this, put in this direction now. Now So always take care of it. Rather than making this in left hand, no, for middle finger, right velocity, for the pointing finger, the B bar, and the thumb will be the force. So if I putting that on B bar out of the plane along y-axis, no, I think I'll show the video. Please do make practice. This is very important. I don't know how it will appear for you in the video. Mirroring will be there. That one, left hand, not right hand. It should be left hand. For the left hand, what will happen? So middle, this middle finger, it should be velocity. This will be the B bar. The thumb will be force. Very easily, you'll get the direction of force. How the direction of force due to V sine theta, the force will be acting in this direction. Okay, got this one. B bar velocity force. So because of force and velocity, you know some projectile motion idea. You have some enough idea of projectile motion. How the particle will move. The particle is going to move in a curved path. Here it is going to be a circular path. The particle is going to move in a circular path here. And is going to complete a circle. That one. Like this, it's going to move in a circular path in which plane? Plus or minus y minus z plane. And this will be the radius r. I think diagram. Let me try. Okay, no, so some rough diagram I have. So this is going to describe a circular path. Yeah, fine. Look at now. So what is the path of the particle? It is going to be a circular path, and let this be the center. This is a negative z-axis. Okay, now let's, this will be the radius r. So in y plus or minus y minus z plane, it's going to describe a circular path. That's the basic thing. And everywhere here, magnetic field will be present. It's a uniform magnetic field, no? First thing you make it. So what is the expression for radius? Radius r should be equal to mv sine theta by qb. Directly I'm writing it. Radius of the circular path. Okay then. So because of v sine theta, it is going to mean a circular path. About what? Not about x-axis. You see that one. There'll be one line parallel to x-axis about that axis. So what is axis now? So here axis will be a straight line parallel to x-axis. This is the axis of helix, you call like this. So actually the path of the particle is going to be like this. The pitch distance will be same. Yeah. So this will be the helical path. So I'll call this as the pitch. So what is this? B bar is uniform and it'll be directed here, and there's a path. helical path, you call it. So whenever helix, no, it will come, two things are there, like a spring, similar to spring. So axis of helix is not x-axis, it's straight line parallel to x-axis here. Then it's going to, in which plane it will be describing circular path, y minus z plane. So circular path in which plane? Circle in which plane? Plus or minus y minus z plane. So whenever you get helical path, now first you identify these things. In which plane circular path, and what is the axis of helix? I think if you know this, it'll be very easy. Convert that into plane diagram. I'm just showing plane diagram. So according to the given situation of the particle is going to go like this here. So if you are standing on x-axis somewhere here, then you see this diagram. You see this diagram. If you are standing on, say, somewhere on z-axis, on positive, somewhere here on z-axis, no, you see the diagram like this. Is it okay, no? So the interpretation of this. So then what is the time period? We know time period is given by what? 2 pi m by bq, no? It is independent of the speed of projection. The time period depends only on these quantities. There's a time period. Then from this, so what we can write it, what is the expression for pitch? Pitch, P equal to what we can write? V cos theta into T. So V cos theta 2 pi m by qb. The pitch depends upon what? The speed, that one. So increase the speed of projection, as the pitch will also increase it, and the pitch will remain constant. Now look at, see, after one revolution, t equal to 0, t equal to 0, this is, after one revolution, it will come and touch x-axis, no? Will it touch at same point? No, it will touch at different points. So shall we write any equations for x coordinate, y coordinate, position vector, and also the velocity vector of this at any time? How to get expression for the position vector, velocity vector at any time. So let me define further one more quantity called as alpha. 2 pi alpha b. Q by m is what? Specific charge, which we try to write it as alpha. Okay, this is about the helical path here. So if you project with a velocity at an angle theta, if the component of velocity is along b bar, other component perpendicular to b bar, the particle is going to describe an helical path. It's what you are seeing this one. So are you getting about this one? Now, can we write the coordinate position vector? What do you mean by position vector? So I am at any instant of time, I'll draw a position vector like this. I want this r bar, not capital R is radius. I want the position vector of the particle. So it's better to take help of this diagram. This diagram will help us a lot. So I'll proceed with the. Again, the similar condition. So you just go back to the yesterday's discussion. Can we, at t equals 0, it is here. After some time t, let it be somewhere here, no? After some time t, if the particle is somewhere here, then what is the equation? You can write it. I'll take it out these things. So it will, just let me show one b bar. Huh? There's a b bar. So after some time, the particle will arrive here, no? With what speed it was projected? With the speed v sin theta only. So after some time, it will be it will be available. So call that as say some v naught or something, any velocity, or let me call v1. Then how we define all other quantities? This should be the thing. So here, write down like this. So this distance is, so how much angle it will rotate? It will rotate through an angle theta. No, magnetic field should be out of the plane, no? Positive x-axis.
Sir, that means it should be into the plane only, no, sir.
Oh,
Cross symbol we should keep.
out of the plane. No, here this diagram only. B bar along positive x-axis. Where is the positive x-axis? Should be out of the plane.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So previous class previous class what we defined. No? So you call this center C. Let this be origin. Let this be the point A. You pick up with this. So what is OC equal to AC? OC equal to or CO equal to CO. CO is equal to CA. This should be equal to radius of the circular path R, which is equal to mv sine theta by qb. And we know q by m, we write it alpha, no? So v sine theta b alpha, you write it. Then, so can we write this? What is the coordinate of this one? Y comma minus z. So what is y is equal to r sine theta? So what is the coordinates of this point will be y comma minus z. So what is y is equal to from the triangle? This is y, I'll write it. And this should be the z. I think I have many parameters to show here. So what is this? This will be z. Of course, negative value minus z it is. Okay, let's write here. What is y is equal to r sine theta? This is r. So sine theta equal to y by r. What is y equal to? R sine theta. What is r equal to? V. Okay,
theta is also the angle of projection.
Okay, this is some phi, I'll write it. Phi will make it. So, some other value will take it. Yeah. What is the value? This will be V sine theta B alpha equal to sine phi. So at t equals 0, it is here. After some time t, it is available here. So can we define omega as phi by t? Further phi, what you can write it as? Omega t. This one. And omega, what you can write as? bq by m. Is that okay? So omega should be bq by m or b alpha. In short, I'm writing that one. It's independent of speed of projection, no? Okay, now phi, you can replace it. So this should become what is y is equal to v sine theta b alpha sine of b alpha t. I got the y coordinate. Similarly, I want z coordinate. Z coordinate should be what is z should be equal to? Z should be equal to CO minus the distance. CO minus r cos phi. Try to look at the triangle. Shall I magnify or is it sufficient? If you are able to see clearly, okay, then I'll continue. So what is this distance will be? So or we'll have the triangle. I'll write all the things. At least looking at this triangle, you can write it. So we want to just, well, of course, z is negative. Later on in the position vector, I'll write minus z. Now let me call the distance as z. O, A, B, C I took. Okay, let me write D. I think CO minus CD. CO is what? Is equal to R. CD is what? R cos phi. So R into 1 minus cos phi is what? B alpha T. I got the Z coordinate. So finish all. Everywhere the same story. Like yesterday, what I did, the same thing I'm repeating here. Little bit the orientation of diagram changed. The B bar, all that one. So what about the X coordinate? How to bring X coordinate? Along x-axis, what type of motion? Uniform velocity motion. Everywhere it will have constant velocity v cos theta. In YZ plane, it will have constant speed v sine theta. Along x-axis, it will have a constant speed v cos theta. So I'll write it in YZ plane plus or minus y minus z plane. Speed is how much? V sine theta. Along x-axis, what is the speed? So there's a very basic problem it is. If you can understand one problem, you can manage. Along x-axis, because there's no external force, no, so v cos theta will remain same. V sin theta in y minus plus or minus y minus z plane, it will remain constant here. So therefore, what is the x coordinate? We can write it directly. X coordinate should be equal to speed into time. So now I'll define position vector xi cap plus yj cap minus z k cap. I should add y minus z. I think the particle can never be on, will have positive z coordinate, no? So during its spiral path, it's going to revolve only in that. It will have minus z coordinate. What is the maximum possible value of z coordinate? Minus 2r. What about y coordinate? Plus or minus r. It can never enter into this region. It is going to revolve here only. And it will come out of the paper. So here is what? So here the particle will be revolving. It will describe helical path. It will never come z coordinate, but the diagram here, it appears as if it will cross through z coordinate. So try to, that's why I just gave plane diagram. Look on the right hand side. The particle can never come here, no? So therefore it should be minus z k cap only. Why will spiral path? It is describing spiral path. Okay, I'm showing that practically I'm seeing that it's describing spiral path, and for that mathematical equations I'm bringing. No need to do any research work here. Okay, got this. So substitute all the values of x, y. So x equal to v cos theta t I cap. What is the value of y? Y is equal to v sin theta b alpha sine of b alpha t minus, this will be v sin theta b alpha 1 minus cos of b alpha t, this will be k cap. Okay, this is a position vector of the particle. Is that okay? So at any instant of time, sir, what is the position of the particle? As substitute the t, you are going to get this one. Similarly, I want velocity vector. How to bring velocity vector? I want velocity vector.
Differentiate.
Or directly, you know, in YZ plane. So here come this one. So how much of it will, speed will not change, no? V sin theta only. If this is phi, this is phi. So if this is phi, so here this should be the phi. The vertical should be phi. So therefore, the x-axis will be v cos theta I cap. Along YZ plane, how you write it? V sin theta cos phi. V sin theta cos phi. I think I have to give one small diagram. There's a charge particle. Here is what it will have. V sin theta. This is phi. This will be phi. This will be phi. Okay, this. So there's a point, you know. This is the center C, and this is the origin. So this is what is the direction? This is y-axis, and this is the minus z. This is plus y. First, you define the v bar. How you define v bar? along x-axis Vx I cap here Vy j cap plus Vz k cap, here minus Vz. It should be component of course it will change. At one instant it will have even negative also. For a given instant of time we are putting that one. So better write this is plus here. Okay, now write it. Vx is equal to what? V
Aren't you
cos.
directly differentiating?
Or you differentiate. I'm better to learn this also method. So this will be V sine theta cos phi j cap plus this will be V sine theta sine phi k cap. Theta is given for us, whereas cos phi is not given. What is cos phi? You can write it. Cos of omega. Omega is further B alpha t j cap.
Minus, sir.
At one instant, it will a particle when particle is here. What is the direction of velocity? Will be positive also, no? So therefore, the time will determine whether the velocity will be positive or negative.
Sir, minus k cap, sir.
And this should be no. Yeah. This is minus k cap. I write it. And it need not be always minus k cap, because sign can be positive or negative. So it all depends on this one. So this is t equals 0. This is a time t. So when a particle moves in elliptical path, do we know position vector of particle? Yes, this is a velocity vector. Fine. So this is the basic mathematical thing what a student must have, like how to predict the position vector and the particle and the velocity vector of a particle moving in elliptical path. So what is the basic methodology? The methodology is like this. I think the total diagram I'm showing it here. Now, what is the basic methodology here? First, the helical path you break up into plane diagram. First, the plane in which it is going to revolve in a circular path that you identified. Then the axis of helix. Identify that, get the radius of the helix, time period of the revolution, then the pitch of the helix. If they ask you something like a velocity or the position vector, no, so take help of this plane diagram. There will be a better idea. Okay, now we'll take the next some cases. Now, if there is a electric field vector is there, what conditions we have to bring that one? So this is the x-axis. This is the y-axis. So now the b bar, the particle. Here I'll bring electric field as well as the magnetic field. And I'm going to project a charge particle with a velocity v0. There's the one simple case I'm taking that one. So there's a uniform electric and magnetic field directed along x-axis. The charge particle is projected along y-axis with initial velocity v0. How the helical path? How that helical path will be? So at t equals 0. So let me write small description. At t equals 0, the particle is projected with initial velocity v bar equal to v0 j cap in the presence of e bar equal to e0 I cap and b bar equal to b0 I cap. Find the possible trajectory. Okay, now I'm bringing some electric field vector also, and we know the particle will experience electrostatic force. So here it's going to describe an helical path with increasing pitch. And there's a rough diagram. You can see the pitch. I'm keep on increasing it. So you take this distance, P1, P2, that will keep on increase here. So this is P1, P2, P3, P4. So we can write so along x-axis, what type of motion? Because of electrostatic force, accelerated motion. In y minus z plane, it's going to describe a uniform velocity motion, uniform circular motion. So let's break up this problem again into the axis like y minus z plane. So the best way of trying to get that one. So rather than the 3D diagram, no, so you can prefer this. Rather than 3D diagram, you can prefer this one. So this is y minus z plane. So it's going to revolve in a circular path. So again, how the B bar will be? B bar will be out of the plane. B bar should be the out of the plane. Because along x-axis will be out of the plane of paper. And the charge particle is going to, so you can ask me a question, sir, why only like this? On what basis you are drawing this diagram? Like any specific reason? I'll take help of the basic again. The charge particle is given velocity. It's a positive charge particle. Clear this. The charge particle is positive. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll do it some. Screen share. Visible? Huh?
Yes, sir.
I think we have lost it. It's not getting. Yeah. Oh. Let me redraw it. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. So this will be the pitch, P1, P2, P3, P4. This is a circular path, the particle, here velocity. This will be the B bar minus Z plus Y. This is the radius, you write it. This is R. The same similar like, so you look at the force, or the force F will be acting like this. This is the magnetic force. So better write FB, because there are two forces are there, magnetic force and this one. So again the same method, due to V naught, This would be the condition. So it's going to revolve in circular path in y minus z plane. So what is the plane of circle? Plus or minus? In which plane the particle will describe circular path? Plus or minus y minus z plane. What is the axis of helix? Axis of helix is parallel to x-axis. So, and what is the pitch? Pitch is going to increase here. So the radius depends on what all? Radius depends only on that initial velocity of projection, what we have given. V0 by B alpha. So many other things are there. So what about the time period of revolution? Will it be constant? So will it describe uniform circular motion y minus z plane? No, non-uniform circular motion. Time taken to complete the revolution will be different in different things, no? So at t equals 0, it is projected. Then after some time, so after every one revolution is going to come in. We are neglecting electrodynamic. Accelerating charge particle will produce electromagnetic field. There's a dynamic one. What we are discussing is magnetostatics. So goodbye to all that one. Huh? So we don't discuss anything electrodynamics. What we are having electrostatics, magnetostatics, finish all. And also the field produced due to moving charge particle also should be avoided. That's why we have kept now. If I teach first Biot-Savart law, in the Biot-Savart law, what you're having, moving charge particle also will produce magnetic field. Even that magnetic field will come into picture. What we're discussing again on a paper, we are in paper world. In the realistic, so the moving charge particle also will produce magnetic field. That magnetic field and the external magnetic field, there'll be interaction. Things will change a little bit. So time being, so don't go for any dynamics or moving charge particle will produce any field. So there's no such field it will produce. Time being, the whole this week. Fine. Now, this is about the thing. Not doing wrong, we are just studying the part wise. First you learn this. Next week, Alton, you bring that field. Next, after EM waves, bring electrodynamics. Like that, you keep on learn stage wise. At a time, you can't learn all. You have to learn stage wise. Okay, this is about the radius, we got it. So then what about the x coordinate? Y coordinate, again, the same equations like what we did earlier, no? The same method, what you can bring it here. Okay, I'm interested to get the velocity vector. After some time, it will be here. So it will make an angle. Theta, let me take theta, no problem here. So here the particle will have velocity V0 in YZ plane only. It will also have one x component of velocity. So this should be this will be theta, this will be theta. Okay, let's come for all. First x coordinate will bring it here. What is the x coordinate should be equal to? Acceleration along x-axis by t square. No? What is the acceleration along x-axis? QV by m. T square. T square is what? The particle will touch the x-axis after one revolution. Am I right? The particle will touch the x-axis after every one revolution. So here, so what is the time taken? Time period of revolution. Time period of revolution is same thing. How much it is? 2 pi m by bq or 2 pi by b alpha. So after one time, the particle will be here. At t, it will be here. At 2t, it will be here. At 3t, it will be here. At 4t, it will be here. At 5t, it will be here. After every one revolution, what will happen to particle? Particle will come and touch the x-axis. What are that? And t equals 0, it will be there. T equals at origin. After every one revolution, the particle touches the x-axis. Here, this is what happens. T equal to 0. After one revolution, touches x-axis. Again, after one revolution, touches x-axis here. So shall I write now t in terms of nt only? Okay, and what is the time period of revolution? Substitute this value, you are going to get the x coordinate. What about y coordinate? Again, the method is same. Like just now what we discussed previous one, the same y coordinate you can apply it. Y equal to R sine theta. And what is R? V naught by B alpha. You can ask one thing, sir, why you are not taking, because speed of particle will increase here, no? So omega should be equal to B alpha. Now why we are, this how we can still write V naught in YZ plane, what happened to speed of particle will remain V naught. Along x-axis it is going to increase. Z coordinate again same thing, R minus R cos theta. Okay, later on you do substitution. Okay, anyway, let me write here. The same thing just now, what we discussed is what I'm putting here. So even for helical path with increasing pitch, if electric field. Now let's come for the velocity vector. So what you write expression for velocity vector? V bar equal to Vx I cap plus Vy j cap plus Vz k cap. What is Vx I cap? Should be equal to Ax into T. What about Vy? V naught sine theta g. So this should be plus V naught cos theta k cap. Earlier it was phi, now I took theta. Symbols are changing, you have to be careful. Where all omega is there, you can replace. And omega equal to what? B alpha. What is Ax equal to? QE by M T. V naught is a constant sine theta. Every problem try to check position vector as well as the velocity vector. So this is the expression for the velocity of the particle at any time t. Okay, fine. So look at this one. So this is, shall I say, helical path with increasing pitch. What is the name I'll give? Helical path
So minus Vz.
No, that time will determine, no? Like previous problem only we have seen, no? The value of t will determine, will be positive or negative. Just put it because it's an algebraic sum, no? Just no, previous problem. Okay, okay, this one, we took negative. Yeah. Now it can be positive also, it all depends upon the time. Okay, no, this is about the velocity, this one. So few questions like, what actually, how the particle will cross that x-axis? There are two velocities are there, no? One V naught will be constant, other Vx will be increasing. So every time when it is crossing, so what will happen to the velocity of particle? Will there be any change in orientation of it? Because x component of velocity will continuously increase, whereas yz component will remain same. So when it's crossing the x-axis, it varies instants of time. So yes,
Sir, it is V naught cos beta B alpha t k cap.
okay, yeah, thank you. Okay, yeah, B naught cos theta. Oh no no no. This is cos, that is sine. Huh? Here, V naught cos theta j cap, B naught sine B alpha t k cap. I just made corrections, just see here at this particular point. V naught cos theta will be along y-axis, V naught sin theta will be along negative z-axis. Let's come for...
Back also, sir, same thing.
Huh?
In the, no, sir, there only where you made the changes.
Yeah.
There, one step back also you have
Okay,
to change.
okay. Yeah, this one, cos, no? Cos theta, sin theta. I think everywhere same, huh? Yeah. Now, look at that. When it crosses the x-axis, what will happen to the velocity vector? Will it have same orientation? Initially, t equals 0, how the velocity vector? it was making. So now I'm interested in which particular, in which plane you can see that clearly now. There are two velocities are there. One V naught, other will be the Vx. And what will happen to Vx? Vx will continuously increase. So at t equals 0, I'll draw one line. So this is very important. You just see that this is x-axis. So what is this line? This is x-axis. And this is y-axis. So in YZ plane, what will happen to, so here instead of y-axis, let me call this is YZ plane. So what I'm plotting along y-axis, along vertical direction, YZ plane, not y-axis here. I'm asking you to think like this. Why that plane only better? You write it. No, first at t equals 0, in what direction the particle will have? Along x-axis will be 0. And what will happen to speed of particle in YZ plane? Speed of particle in YZ plane will remain constant, equal to V naught. And along x-axis, what will happen? Will keep on increase. So we'll agree. So here, if it is having V naught particle, after some time, so what happen? X component will increase. No, slightly it will deviate, and after some time, it will be after every one revolution. Okay, I'll have to show also pitch also. No. I'll draw a little bit big vector. And the pitch also should increase. Look at the orientation, and also the length of the vector also should increase. Now why we are showing it in this way? Because V naught velocity in the YZ plane will remain V naught. And with every time what will happen, V naught and Vx will keep on increase, no? And this is at t equal to 0. This is a time. This is after some time t, after one revolution, after two revolution, after three level. This is the total velocity vector. So call this is V1, V2, V3, V4. And look at the angle made by that with x-axis should keep on decrease. Any reason for that? In YZ plane, velocity will be constant. But along x-axis, the velocity will keep on increase, no? Because of acceleration, QE by m. So therefore, the resultant velocity vector of pen should get inclined more and more towards x-axis. So at any time t, what is the angle made by the velocity vector with x-axis if I ask you? So this is some beta. So what is tan beta? We can write it. Tan beta, it will have two components, one Vx, other V naught. Tan beta should be V naught by Vx. And what is Vx equal to? QEm by t. Acceleration along x-axis. And look at as t increases, t what when you substitute in terms of nt, t equal to nt, n equal to 0, n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Able to analyze the situation. The x component of velocity keeps on increases. The speed of particle in YZ plane, it remains constant. When it crosses, whenever it is crossing x-axis, how the velocity of particle will be? Whenever it is crossing x-axis, x component will be there along x-axis, and the particle must have y component only, and the y component is V naught. So instead of that y-axis, let me call that as YZ plane, so that will be easy for us. So this is what happens here. So when it is crossing x-axis, what will happen? The orientation, the velocity vector, the angle made by velocity vector with x-axis, it keeps on decreases. And what is the angle made by that is given by this formula. And what is further t, you should write nt. So this particular formula, mv naught QE nt. Substitute n equal to 0, n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. You can get the corresponding the angle. Now, some specific question I'll ask you. After what time the speed of particle will become 3 V naught? at t equals 0, the particle was having a speed v naught. After what time it will become 3 v naught? I'll straight away ask that condition. So here only, I think I'll bring that question. It's available somewhere. Let me introduce here only. Learn systematically so that you can manage many numericals rather than doing numericals. No, just look at some conditions. With that, you can easily, especially this helical path. Okay, let me introduce this question here. Yeah. Read the question. The same, I think all the things are same. No? You see E naught I cap, B naught I cap with the velocity V naught J. The speed of particle will become 2 V naught after what time? So shall I directly take help of this equation? So find out the expression for velocity at any time. We know here. What is the expression for velocity at any time? The equation is given by Vx I cap, Vy j cap plus Vz k cap. This is negative, no? Here. Let it be. So this will be Vx. Speed is asking, no? So Vx square Vy square plus what is the Vy square minus plus Vz square. So V naught cos theta minus of V naught sin theta. That should be equal to only V naught. This square bracket term, or substitute the values. So what is Vx? Vx should be equal to QEMT whole square. This will be V naught cos theta whole square So the square bracket term will become equal to 1, also V naught square. So QE T by M. Now what was the question given for us? After what time it will become 2 V naught? Squaring on both sides. So 4 V naught square equal to QE T M. Solving this, we'll get this equation. T is equal to. So don't go for any mathematics here. He's just asking you to think like this. So what is the meaning of this? This particular square bracket, it's having a lot of meaning. So speed of particle, well, in YZ plane. Finish sure. This much is what you should think. Speed of particle in YZ plane. So helical path, what is the best way of learning helical path? Divide that into two parts. Circular motion in one plane and straight line motion along one axis, along the axis of helix. So even the velocities, everything, we are supposed to think in that particular way. So any of the, again, questions can be asked, position vector, velocity vector, time taken for the speed to become, because only along x component of speed only will increase, no? So that condition is what you have to apply here. So this tan beta, very important. So such things, objective questions, you have to be very careful. Okay, let's discuss one more case. If the E bar, if I if I give velocity such that if the conditions are like this. Now the particle is projected V naught. Let it be V naught. Same thing at an angle theta, where the E bar vector will be like this, B bar vector in this direction. Now, what changes, what conditions will arise here? Look at the E bar vector. Uniform electric field directed along negative x-axis. Uniform magnetic field directed along positive x-axis. What will be the path of the particle? It's going to be again helical. It's going to describe in YZ plane circular path along x-axis retarding motion. So it's going to describe a helical path with a decreasing pitch. It's going to move in a helical path with a decreasing pitch. So what will happen to pitch? Pitch keeps on decreases. Where do it will come to rest? I think it all depends upon the condition here, no? It depends upon V naught cos theta and the value of E, no? It must come to rest on x-axis. Need not, no? And look at this, somewhere what happened because of because of the electric field, what type of motion along x-axis is going to describe? Retarding motion. So this, it will come to rest here. So then again from there, what it start moving. So will it retrace path is what I'm asking question. Can it retrace path? No, that may not happen, no. For it to retrace path, what is the basic necessity condition? Everyone please do think, will it retrace path? For it to retrace path, if the particle x component of velocity, if it becomes 0 on x-axis, and if the particle is having a velocity like this, so then what happens? It can retrace path. If it comes to, if x component of velocity becomes 0 somewhere here or here, not on x-axis, no, it cannot retrace path. They may test you with all these things. There's an unlimited way of asking questions. So how the electric field should be adjusted? The electric field should be so adjusted that the particle should come to rest at on the x-axis. Then there's a possibility of retracing path here. So what happened to pitch here? So there's a helical path with a decreasing pitch. So again, the same procedure, only thing is the Vx component will keep on decreases here. So you should be very careful about the direction of E bar and B bar. Is that okay? Fine. If it is given only, if it directly given, if there is no x component of velocity, tell me what will happen here. How do it will move?
Same like before in negative x direction.
Similar to that.
Or in the sense the previous case, like
Previous
the
case,
above
so
case.
it will move along negative x-axis. That's all, no? Or how the particle will be. So look at the B bar. B bar will become into the plane. This one, but it's moving along positive x-axis, no? Got this? So there's all ways, say, n number of ways of asking for you. I'm just leaving it to students to analyze all these things. Huh? So work out few numericals related to all this data. Only velocity given V naught. If I give velocity only x component, then no circular path. If theta 0, what happened to particle? It just undergo retardation, then it will move, no? No force due to magnetic field. Any reason? Because V bar is parallel to B bar. It's a cross product, no? F equal to Q V bar cross B bar. So just the particle will move along x-axis, will return back or retrace the path. Okay, let's take some. Now this is about the basics here. So now we'll go for all the different types of the applications, you know. Okay, now there is a read the question. Meanwhile, I'll draw the diagram. B bar everywhere is into the plane. So at one specific point, the charge particle is projected. So here that one. So P and Q both are projected here. So here the velocity vector is like this. Or it will enter at this particular point. The charge particle will enter at point A. We'll give the name for this. Let it enter at A. Both positive, one negative. Try to see that plus minus symbols. Both will enter with same velocity. No. What will happen to the charge particle? This angle also given for us. So let me write theta. Theta equal to 45 degrees. What is the maximum? Find the maximum separation between the charge particles when they are inside the magnetic field. I'm just combining two numericals in one problem. Both will enter at same point A. What will be the path? Again, stick on to the basics. What will be the path? The path of the first particle should be a circular path. So how do you can say? So the moment it enters at A, that one. So let's see that how the velocity and how the magnetic force on it. B bar into the plane velocity. I think you have to take Fleming's left-hand rule. It is going to help you a lot. The force F plus, I'll show it. Because of F plus and velocity vector, how it should deviate? Will it deviate like this? Will it move in the direction of force, in the direction of velocity, or will it deviate like this? There are four possible. It will move along F plus. It will move along velocity vector. It will move in this curve. It will move in this curve. You know, projectile motion. It should deviate away from velocity, no? So therefore, it should deviate away from the velocity vector. So therefore, the particle, and it should be a circular path. Circular path means how it should be. Big circle, I have to draw it. Yeah. This should be the condition. So it is going to move in a circular path. So this is a particle, this is a positive charge particle. The positive charge particle will be moving like this. And this let this be the radius. Some rough diagram I'm giving. Let R plus, I'll write it. Since both are having same charge, no, better write R only. Call C1. It will emerge out at B. That's what happens for it. What should be the negative charge opposite to this force? So where the center of curvature should lie outside the magnetic field. So this particular particle is going to describe and I'll decrease the size so that we can accommodate total. Yeah. So this will be the path of particle. So if you further complete the circular path of this, so it should be okay, that one. So always do remember that circle. It's very important. Better draw two circles and break up that circle. This will be better idea for you. So there's a method of tracing of that one. So it will emerge out with what speed entered, with the same speed it will emerge out. Same thing here, with what speed entered, with the same speed it will enter. So A, B, let me call this point D. The center of curvature of this will be here C2. So draw this. So how you determine that center of curvature? You do one thing, identify at two different positions. Here F minus. Again, take one more position if you want to take here also. Again, look at here. So at these two positions, the force will be acting towards a common point. That common point or pen should be the center of curvature. So it will, this you call theta 1. Can you anything say about this theta and theta 1? We assume this theta, no? How the force F bar should be perpendicular to velocity, no? So it should be directed perpendicular to velocity, the direction. So therefore this angle should be how much? Theta is 45. So this will be 90 minus theta. So therefore theta 1, and what should be the angle at which it will leave? The same angle theta. Again here it entered theta. So this should be again theta. So this should be 90 minus theta. This will be theta. So therefore this should be theta 2. So shall we write theta 1 equal to theta 2 equal to theta? And we know this radius r. So what is r equal to? mv by qb. Can we calculate the distance AB and AD? What is the distance AB and BD is equal to? 2r sine theta 1 or 2r sine theta 2, anything it is, because theta 1 equal to theta 2. No? So what is r equal to? mv by qb, and theta 1 is 45 degrees. Theta 1 so root 2 mv by qb. So these are the distances. AB equal to BD. That. What about the time spent? I'll come to the thing. Find the maximum separation asking, and I'll find out. So what is the time spent by the positive charge particle? AB equal to area. So I think I changed its symbols. Okay, I'll make it correction. Yeah. Now, what about the time spent? Will both charge particles will spend same time? No. Time spent by the first charge particle, omega equal to 2 pi 2 theta 1 by T1. This is the time spent by the first charge particle. So pi minus, this will be how much? Pi by 4 by 2. Omega is what happened? Again, BQ by M. So 2M BQ pi. This will be, I think, pi minus pi by 4, no? 3 by 4. 3 pi by 2. This is the time spent by the charge particle, by the positive charge particle in the magnetic field. Similarly, for negative charge particle, it will have only angular displacement. How much? 2 theta 2. And this should be equal to pi by 2. So this will become m pi by 2 bq. So which will spend more time? The positive charge particle. The negative charge particle will spend less time. So all the quantities, let me finish off here only. So T negative will be this much. Okay, now let's come for the maximum distance. How to calculate that maximum distance?
B relative equal to 0.
Oh, why you are going till there that far? Maximum distance between them. Who will come out of magnetic field? Who will come out? Who will come out? So this is the magnetic field into the plane. No? So this also, everywhere the magnetic field is present on the right hand side. Will come out first. The negative charge particle will come out first. But our thing, what they asked, we have to calculate that particular, the maximum separation between them. No, so when the separation between them will be maximum. I think I'm testing your circle concept.
Opposite ends of the radius diameter.
Nothing to do. See, what is the maximum separation when negative charge particle is coming out of magnetic field? Then we'll see where the positive charge particle will be there. I think let's try to think in this way. When negative charge particle is coming out of magnetic field at point, when negative charge particle is at point D, where the positive charge particle will be. If you can find out, I think it's okay, no? Say both are having same charge, same mass, both are projected same speed, so both are having same radius of curvature. So definitely only thing is some sort of reflection of the path is what you have to take help here. So by the time negative charge particle, I think I have only one spot. By the time as it moves like this. So here also it will, how much of angular displacement it will have? How much of angular displacement it's going to have? Theta 2, no? M pi by 2 bq. Also like how much it is? So pi by 2. When it undergoes pi by 2 angular displacement or pi by 2 radians angular displacement, this will also undergo in that interval of time only the same. So where do that pi by 2 should be brought? What is the total angular displacement of this? 2 pi, in that 90 degree you remove it. How much you are getting? 270 degrees or 3 pi by 2. Am I right? What is the angular displacement of this? Pi by 2. What is the angular displacement of this? 3 pi by 2. So when this undergoes angular distance pi by 2, where do this will be? Where the positive charge particle will be? So I think you break up this everything is 270. Break up this 90, 90, 90. So somewhere it should be here, no? Exactly opposite to this. This will be 90. So this will be 90, no? Because say like this angle should be 90. I'll give better two diagrams. It'll be easy for you. This is the I think I'm drawing. I'll make it a little bit small. what I gave, I think that is, with that you can really trace it out. I said that angular displacement, with that angular displacement, so let me draw the red color circle. I think I can't draw. Take this one. So now both will enter here, positive negative charge particle. So by the time the negative charge particle, when it moves from point A, I think we gave this is symbol B, and this is D, no, and this is C2, this is C1. So by the time negative charge particle reaches point D, it will have angular displacement 90 by 90. So here the particle, positive charge particle will be here, and the negative charge particle is here. After this, it will come out, no? When in magnetic field, what will happen? There is a maximum separation. The separation, this is the maximum. Will I agree this? This should be the maximum separation.
Sir, even after this moment, the separation will keep on increasing.
What is the question? In magnetic field, find maximum separation, magnetic field, finish over. Okay, fine. So I'm just confining to the problem. Huh? After that, separation will increase, but he's asking in magnetic field. So how to get this? So we know this distance AD should be equal to distance you can call, say, some P. So what is AD? AD should be equal to P again. AD is how much we got it? R root 2. It should be R root 2 only. So we know AD is equal to AP. This should also equal to AP. Any reason for that? Why I should? In exams, you'll be tested with questions of these kind of. You should really don't go for much mathematics, because maximum numericals, I don't think so. Where I'll be testing you with mathematics. I'll be testing you the basic concept only. Pi by 2. This will be pi by 2. This also will be pi by 2. So therefore the S max should be equal to root of AD square plus AP whole square. Okay, this should be 2 times of that, R root 2. So 2R it will come, and MV QB. I think for 4 will come. Huh?
Sir, 2 are only, sir.
2 only, sir.
2 only. Yeah. Okay, no. So this is that S max. Huh? And just be careful. These two separate problems just made it as one problem. Negative charge particle, it describes paths like this. Positive charge particle, time spent by them also. It is shown everything. So just do think. This is a very fundamental problem. So based on this, you'll get applications what I shown. Okay, already we have discussed this. Let's take this one here. These are some generalized questions again. So, read the question. Some correction is there. I'll make it. B bar should be like this. So at t equals 0, the particle will enter at origin the electric field E bar vector and B bar vector. For x less than a, E bar is there. For x greater than a, B bar is present. So what we have to find the parameters of trajectory. So this is the x equal. After that, everything the b bar will be present. So here look at the direction. Now this is the e bar. B bar is present parallel to x-axis. And let's see what actually happens. So here the charge particle will enter the origin with a speed v, and then because of electric field along y-axis, anything will happen to charge particle. It's going to describe what is the path. Path will be parabolic path. So when it arrives here, the charge particle, it will have two components, no? Vx and Vy. This distance is what given for us, x equal to a. So at t equals 0, it is here. After some time, say t1, it will arrive at this point. So what is Vy? Vy is equal to Ay into T1. Ay is Qem into T1. This is. So then Vx is equal to V only, initial velocity. Oh, potential difference. So let me assume V naught. Later on that V naught I'll bring in terms of potential. So Vx must be equal to V naught only because the electric field is there. So what is the time T1? We can calculate time T1. V naught is equal to A by T1. So substitute this here. You'll get Vy is equal to Qe m T1 will be A by V naught. He has given potential difference. So Qv should be equal to half mv square. If you get in this one, so because when it passes through a potential difference, it will gain electric energy. So what is V naught equal to again? 2qv by m. This will be the relation between V is what? Potential difference. So look at the particle. Particle get the charge particle having a positively charged particle having charge q is accelerated by a potential difference V. So when it get accelerated by potential difference V, it will acquire kinetic energy. That is what I assumed it. So later part will replace all that that one. Okay, let's see that I got Vy in terms of this kind of. So what is further A you can write it as QE, no? So this will become QE by M whole square by V naught. Keep it here. And now it's a parabolic path, no? This is then once it enters magnetic field, here magnetic field is present along x-axis. And there is no limit as given. So till x very large distance, magnetic field is present along x-axis. So what will happen to charge particle now? Look at one component of velocity is there along b bar, other component perpendicular to b bar. So it should be helical path. So here the charge particle is going to describe an helical path. And this should be the axis of helix. About 2, 3, 4 lines. What should be the radius of helical path here, and what should be the pitch, increasing or decreasing pitch? So B bar will not do any work, no?
Constant.
So pitch will be constant. Radius will be constant. 2r. So write down all the, again the same mathematical equations what we have. Radius depends upon r mvy by qb. The time period is independent of that. Time period depends upon 2 pi m by qb. And the pitch depends upon Vx into t. Can you hear me?
Sir.
Okay, I'll continue here then. Okay, this is about the helical path. So substitute all this one. So what are the types of question? As the increased potential difference, what will happen to time period of revolution of the particle in helical path? What we have to say? I think the time period is independent of what? Speed, no? With what speed the particle enters the magnetic field, that will not determine. Check it. If I increase the potential difference, definitely what happen? V naught will increase here. Then what will happen to the time period of revolution will not change. Radius of the revolution, or sorry, radius of the helical path. The radius depends upon the V naught, no? You can see that Vy, here V naught has come. So what should happen to radius of the helical path is going to change here. So as I increase the potential difference, what will happen to pitch? What will happen to the time period? Then what will happen to the radius of helical path? Will it increase, decrease? In matchings, they just dump all these things. I think there's no law, better to have equations and conclude. You'll be on safer side. No, slightly I'm taking different numerical here. A charge particle at t equals 0, a charge particle is at origin moving with velocity v naught as shown. So let me take this as A. So uniform electric field and uniform E bar and B bar are switched on. Find the instance of time at which it just touches the y-axis. Okay, different. I just changed the direction of magnetic fields. The uniform electric field, horizontal electric field, uniform electric field directed along x-axis is from x equal to 0 to a. It is confined. What is the magnetic field? For x greater than a, the magnetic field is present. I think in the books, no further they are giving description. E is non-zero for x and B is non-zero for x greater than a. So because of electric field, the particle will accelerate. No? So when it arrives here, the same charge particle, when it arrives here, it will have velocity v. So what is the path? Path will be straight line because there's only electric field is there. Then after this, no, there's a positive charge particle. Better let me write here. Now what should happen to the charge particle? What should happen to the charge particle? What type of path? Again, it's a curve path, and since the magnetic field is greater than a, what is the radius of that? So definitely x is very much. So the magnetic field is extended still almost for large distance. So it's going to describe semicircular path. Can you remember yesterday we discussed? So it's going to describe a semicircular path. Then it arrives here, not semicircular path. Okay, I think it appears now. So this is semicircular path. No. So after this, again, what will happen to charge particle? It will enter electric field with what speed? Enter magnetic field with the same speed. It will emerge out because work done by magnetic field is 0. Now it will encounter electrostatic force. It will undergo retardation. So due to retardation, so it will move along a straight line, and just it arrives at so what should happen to the particle now? This what again it will encounter. So here it will have velocity u because there the electrostatic field is there for x less than a, right? So again it will go undergo retardation. Again will return back. No, I'm just putting x less than a. Even on this side also there will be electrostatic field. Let's assume that one. Or if you make it velocity 0 here, the problem will be much easier. Or we can do one thing. Here it will come with a velocity v. I'll make it this one. So then what will happen? Due to electrostatic field, it will undergo retardation. When it arrives here, it will have velocity u. Because of electrostatic field, what happens? It will move further. Again returns back, no? So definitely, shall I show the velocity here? First u like this, then again, or if you want, I'll show the path there. So it will be like this. Huh? So it should be like this. Show arrow like this. Then again it will enter magnetic field. So like that, what will happen to charge particle? It will be as long as that field is present. So I'm telling this, there are absolutely, I have seen around more than around 60 different types of numericals. So, but almost all are having same basic method, nothing big. So this you extend it. This will be the motion of charge particle. So again, every time, so it will be like this. So just if you want to show like this, this will be. Show only one arrow for the magnetic field. Here, whereas in the electric field, it will retrace path. So what is the time taken by it? Find the instance of time at which it just touches the y-axis. First, what happened? A t coordinate is here. So it will take some time to enter magnetic field. Again, the magnetic field will take some time. Again, it will trace out here. So add this time, and this time. Then again, what happened? This particular thing. So then it will be here. Again, this time will be the same. This time and this time will be different. Time taken to move from here to here, and time taken, this will be different. So if you just give the namings for this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. So time taken to move from 1 to 2 and 3 to 4 will be equal. Time taken 4 to 5 and 5 to 4, that will be equal. Time taken 2 to 3, it should be half of the time period of revolution. What is t to 3? T to 3 should be equal to half of the time period of 2 pi m by cube, you know, so pi m by cube. So at t equals 0, it will start from here. So calculate T12 from electrostatics. Then T23, you know it. T12 should be equal to T34. calculate T45. How to calculate T45? Again, time taken for it to undergo retardation. So just work out. So there's a motion of charge particle. Like that, as long as the field and B bar is there, it will going to move that one. This is only ideal. Practically, there are a lot of such a symmetry not possible, because the boundary, the magnetic field exactly suddenly will not become zero. On paper, just to attract students, we are just bringing all these numericals here. In the lab, nobody is this one. So a lot of problems will come. B bar is non-zero, suddenly becoming zero. I think not possible, no? B bar here, non-zero, suddenly becoming zero, not possible. It's very difficult to construct all such things. And also this on paper, all these such numericals will be available. Okay, now take this. Some way gravitational force also will bring into picture. Read the question. Consider a region containing gravitational field G and the magnetic field B as described below. Gravitational field is along negative y-axis. Gravitational field is along negative axis. And B bar, look at the B bar is how is B bar? B bar is 2 by alpha K cap. Okay, please try to read it. I'm magnifying it. I'm moving it to right down corner. Okay, let's draw the diagram now. So look at the path of the particle. It will be first. Let me take like this. Yeah. This is the boundary. So I'm going to positive y-axis, negative y-axis. No? So this will be positive y-axis, and let this be x-axis. Let's take simple coordinate system, and B bar is 2 by alpha K cap. B bar means out of the plane. So here B bar will be in this region. Indicate like this, and it's telling for x greater than 10. So this should be the 10 meter. This is x equal to 0. This is x equal to 10. Have this much of information. Then I'm going to project it. So it's a projectile motion, no? 10 I cap, 10 j cap. I'm going to project with a speed 10 root 2, where it is making an angle 45 degrees. That's what the given. So first we'll calculate the range. Let's enter into the projectile. So range should be equal to, first we'll have time period, 2u y by g. So y component is how much? Will be only 10. Y component of velocity is 10 j cap. Okay, I'll do one thing, Vx, Vy. Keep it like this. So this will be 2 Vy. So 2 seconds. So what is the range? Range equal to Vx into T. Vx is how much? 10 into 2, 20 meter. So definitely the range is somewhere here. This is 20, no? The range is something 20 meter. Then let's come for the path. So as long as due to gravity, how it should move? Due to gravity, it should move in a parabolic path. So the particle is going to describe a parabolic path. I'll say that it will enter horizontally. You can ask question like that, why you are putting horizontally? So what is the total range? 20 meter, no? And this distance is given 10 meter. So what do you expect that? So at highest point, what happened? It will enter this one. Y component of velocity will be 0. So then it wants to complete the path. But because of magnetic field now, so what is the type of motion it's going to describe? So again, come for this one. It's a positive charge particle. B bar velocity. How the force will be acting on it? The magnetic force acting on it will be, the magnetic field will exert a force because of Vx and force, magnetic force. How the particle will move. And what is one more condition given? Look at the gravity. Till what region it is existing? For x less than 10 meter only. For x greater than 10 meter, no gravity. So only magnetic field is present. So what should be the path of the particle? Should be circular path. So it's going to describe a circular path. So in gravitational field, it's going to, and for x greater than 10 meter, the field exists. So what is the radius of the magnetic field? mv x by qb. So let's check this one. So let's check what the radius of this one. So what is the radius of this will be? Anyway, he has given for x greater than 10, no, it is going to describe a semicircular path. Semicircular path or any other helical path. What do you say? Semicircular path is going to describe a semicircular path. Then after describing again, it will arrive here. So in what action it will have velocity? It will have velocity Vx like this. So this should be the radius of the path. I think I didn't draw. Let me give that path clearly. This should be the radius, that one. Okay, after this, so here it will have velocity. Because of this velocity Vx, and now what will happen? The moment it leaves the magnetic field, the weight under influence of it, how the path of the particle should be parabolic. It should going to describe parabolic path, and it will touch the negative y-axis here. So just like I am telling that one, just you read the question and get the directions, the fields, everything, no? So what is the value of mass of the particle? Charge alpha is given. So we'll do one thing. Specific charge is alpha, no? So Vx by alpha b. Vx is how much? 10. Alpha. B is how much? 2 by alpha. So therefore, radius of the charge particle in magnetic field is equal to how much? 5 meter. So where do it will cut? The y-axis, x-axis at x equal to 15 meter. Then again, here this will be minus 5 meter. So then again is asking a few things is there, and particle enters into magnetic field at regular intervals of time. Shall we pick up option A? I think really is testing you. Again will it retrace path? Not there, no. It's going to continue the parabolic path here. So there's a parabolic semicircle. Parabolic. Total time spent by the particle in the magnetic field region is half of the time period of revolution. So total time spent in magnetic field should be equal to pi m by qb. Pi by alpha. B is what? 2 by alpha. How much it is? Pi by 2 seconds. There's a time spent in the magnetic field, TB. particle touches x-axis first time after projection at distance 15 centimeters from the origin. I think it's okay. Here it will have velocity like this, particle. The particle crosses the y-axis first time after projection with a velocity, after projection, comma, with a velocity minus 10 I cap minus j cap. How to decide this? I think x component of velocity will not change, no? And here, what is the y component of velocity? It will be 0. So here it is going to have the same velocity initially what we projected. Option D also will come. You have to pick up.
Sir, 10 meters will get no, sir.
Correct, no? Minus 10 I cap minus j cap. Fine. He's asking velocity, no, not the distance. It will have same y component of velocity. With what y component you projected at the origin, with the same y component, it will cross again the y-axis. Okay, so all these are with the gravity. So many different types of numericals can be asked for you. Let me just, I'll discuss later on this. Time how much? 12:54. So small one will wind up then. Now there are two types of, there'll be particular strips will be there. So this is the
Sir, in the previous problem, I'm getting range as 10 meters. Can you check once? Or can you show me once, please? Sir,
Sir,
Uy
option
will be
D.
10 by root 2.
Vy is 10. What is y component of velocity? 10, no?
10 by root 2, sir.
Y
Okay.
component of velocity.
I took magnitude. Sir,
Okay.
and regarding option A, particle enters into magnetic field at equal intervals. After this first part of the trajectory, what you drew, when it encounters the negative y-axis, it will get. Okay. So if we take this as a wall, if we take y-axis as a wall, then we can take A option, sir.
How it's possible? Even due to
After this
collision
point,
only.
it will become like periodic motion.
Not like that. After collision with the wall, again it will come like this, no? Y component will be there down only,
Yes,
no?
sir. After, okay.
Yeah, that one.
Thank you, sir.
Just draw the diagrams, related diagrams. Once that's why I suggest you, nobody will give diagram. Only the situation will be given. So assume plain diagram. Don't go for 3D diagram. Whatever the situation demands, stick on to plain diagram. If it's a really 3D diagram, draw 2-3 planes and analyze motion of charge particle in that plane. So there'll be the better option. No? And now if you get some strip like, so here, the B bar, let it be into the plane. Here B bar, let it be out of the plane. You'll get even the questions of like this also. The charge particle here, positive charge particle, will enter with a speed v. Then the width of this, let it be x1, let the width of this be, let it be y1. Suppose the x1 equal to r by 2, x1 equal to, I'll put a condition, first case, x1 equal to mv by it is like r by 2, no? mv by q, 2q b1. So then how much it will deviation? 30 degrees. So the particle is going to deviate by 30 degrees. Then after deviation, so what should happen? Charge particle is going to go straight. Then here it will enter. So here again the b bar velocity. So how the force. So here the path of the particle will be is going to be like this. What we have discussed now, combinations. Product depend. It again depends on value of y1. If y1 is certain values, no, it may also come out like this. I'm just trying to give the various conditions. This is you'll get some problems related to multiple steps also. Here b bar out of the plane. Take this one. So the path of the particle can be like this also. So it all depends upon the dimensions, no? So they may ask you in the matchings any of the question like this. So it can be, again, it will deviate here through some angle. If the value of y1, I'll adjust in such a way that compared to the parameters of this one, no? So here, so it can emerge through this particular side, or it can come like this one, or it may describe even a semicircular path. Here, the value of this will be such that it may describe semicircular path. Is it possible semicircular? I think it is entering at an angle, no? So what is the possible? Here 30 degrees deviation. This we are very sure 30 degrees because of that. Again, the value of y1 by varying it, is it possible to have deviation exactly in this direction? Means particle, can it emerge out like this? Because it is not entering normal to this particular point, no? It's not entering here normally. So therefore, it has to take that blue color path. Some connectivity problem is there. So I'll just stop it here only. Tomorrow we'll analyze this situation, no problem.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Yeah.
The previous question.
Question number?
The one previous to it, sir.
This one, huh?
Yes, sir. Sir, in this question, how did you take angle 45 degrees?
Is given no 10 I cap plus 10 j cap. What shall I do?
Sorry, sir. One second.
Okay. Look at the velocity. Huh?